What's going on, YouTube? It's your man, your brother, More Motivation. Today we're gonna talk about the whole thing about No Not November. Are you not entertained? Right? How it transitions into semen retention. There's a whole No Fap community and things like that. And I kind of just wanted to say what I think about it and things like that. It's a trending topic right now, so I'm going to talk about it, right? It may not be the most comfortable, but you have to step outside your comfort zone to be able to adapt and improve as a person, right? So we're going to jump into it. So, for those of you that don't know, NoFap is basically no pornography, no masturbation, right? And no playing with yourself, right? And there's a whole thing about semen retention, right? The No Not November thing, which is becoming really popular. And I've seen it on TikTok. There's a hashtag going around about it, right? And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll, talk about it for a bit. So I read somewhere in I think Grow Rich, right? He was talking also about sexual transmutation, right? And it has to do with basically not ejaculating too much, or basically not letting go too often. Because what happens if you do that is you're getting rid of a lot of nutrients, a lot of testosterone, a lot of what makes you a man, basically, right? And it should be used to put into making a child, essentially, right? And athletes like Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, who else did it? Will Smith, and a few other people do it before like big fights or big events, right? And they'll say things like they notice they're more confident, they notice they're stronger, they notice they're more magnetic and things like that, right? And right now, there's no science around it, but a lot of these guys are coming out of the videos and saying your testosterone is higher, you're stronger, you this, you that, and the most dominant athletes, such as Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, have done it, right? It must have some sort of effect, right? So, the one thing I know about it is it requires a lot of discipline. Why? Because nowadays on social media, it's sexified. Let's be real. It's sexified. Every time you open your Instagram, every time you open YouTube, you see world star, right? You see girls shaking their butts. You see girls half naked, right? Getting a million likes on the post, getting a million views on the post for shaking their butts, and they're making money and laughing at us, right? And honestly, to be able to do this, you have to be really, really disciplined. Have to be really, really disciplined. And I think for that reason, nowadays it's harder to be a man because that stuff is around you. And honestly, if you're not someone that's in control of their emotion, in control of what you want to do, you can be sucked into all of that, right? We're becoming addicted to girls. We're becoming addicted to how a girl's butt looks or a girl's boobs looks or whatever the case may be, right? And we're becoming or draining our energy, basically. That's what I think, right? We're focused on the wrong things now, right? It's no longer authenticity. It's more about what I can get out of this and how many girls I can get and things like that, right? And in that aspect, I think the No Not November is a good thing. Just to get away from it, just to get your focus in something else, and just to reset. You know what I mean? Because too much of anything cannot be a good thing, right? Especially when it's something that's supposed to, I guess, connect two people together and things like that. And nowadays, people are just using it to validate being a man, validates to their bodies to say I got more girls and things like that, right? And it's becoming for the wrong reasons, essentially, right? And what else do I want to add about this? Now it's something I'm gonna try out, right? I'm not saying it's the easiest thing to do because of what you know of what you go out with your buddies are doing it. You're like, I gotta do it too. But I mean, you gotta have self discipline for this. This is not something for everybody, right? And man, you see a lot of people going 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. There's folks that are going. Mike Tyson went 5 years without it. And he dominated boxing until he started getting complacent, going out partying, women, all that, and started getting knocked out, right? There's something valuable about it, right? It doesn't make sense to always be letting go of what makes another person. Constantly, 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 right? And I was reading somewhere, right? Or no, I wasn't reading somewhere. I heard from one of these videos. It takes about like a month to produce like the strongest and most mature sperm cells, or yeah, sperm, right? So imagine getting it off every day, for example. Imagine getting it, the quality of it won't be good anymore, right? And your body is probably stopping certain functions to produce it, right? Think about how much stress you put in your body doing it over and over and over again. So there has to be a medium, right? You can't do that too much, right? And the funny thing is, there's no science around it, right? There's no like, I don't know. I feel like we're being lied to. I feel like we're being lied to, honestly, right? Because in the cave days, men didn't have sex that much. Men didn't always think about girls, but men were more manly. Men were stronger. Men were more logical. Nowadays, men are, let's just say this, we're feminized now. We're feminized. And I was also watching one of those videos saying how testosterone levels are going down 1% each year. 1% each year. That's crazy. That's ridiculous, right? So I don't know. I felt like I wanted to talk about this because it's a trending topic, right? And I also want to get out the reaction videos for a bit, the motivational videos, and talk about something, not only trending, but something that may help another person, right? But I just wanted to really talk about it, right? Because it seems to be an important thing, right? Because nowadays, as men, we're focused on the wrong things, right? We're not focused on bettering ourselves. We're only focused on girls, right? Getting more money to get girls, getting a better lifestyle, a better car to get girls. Everything is about a girl, right? Every music video you listen to, girl with a fat ass, girl with a, everything, man, everything. And if I was a girl, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because right now they have the power. They're winning, right? Every song's about a girl. Every commercial is about a girl. Everything is about femininity. Everything is about making a man more feminine, right? Men have more testosterone, so men are supposed to act manly. Men are supposed to do what men do, right? Women are supposed to do what women do. It's just how you were made up, right? It's just how we're made up. But nowadays it's different. And even the diets, even the fast food and stuff, right? There's more soy, right? There's more soy, which makes your estrogen levels higher in your body, right? All these things to lower our testosterone levels, plus the sexified social media, the sexified news, the feminized society, right? So it's like this No Nut November thing. I feel like it's gonna get more and more popular and transition to something bigger, right? Because this we're being lied to somehow, some way, right? We're being kept. We're being what's the word I'm looking for? We're being tamed. They're trying to tame men now, man. Honestly, I don't know why. I don't know why. Honestly, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I feel like this is something I really had to talk about, right? Because I'm doing this whole self improvement thing, right? And I want to improve in every way, and this is something I may have to consider, right? Just to develop self discipline, right? Because everything can be about a girl. Everything can be about a fat ass or a big boobs, right? Or whatever they talk about in the music videos, right? Not really that important. Or what's important is what you leave behind, right? What you're gonna create one day eventually. Because our whole purpose as people is to multiply. Is to multiply, right? But in a way, we're doing it, but we're giving away our part of ourselves, right? To tissues, to to a bunch of girls that aren't good for us, right? We're focused on the wrong things nowadays, right? And it's so dangerous, man. Honestly, I'm glad the topic is becoming something, right? I'm not sure it's for everybody, right? I'm not sure everybody can do it, but it should get you thinking, right? Get you in the right mind process, right? Because I see this all the time, James, too, right? Guys, there's certain guys that won't even focus on their workout, they focus on what girls are there. And that's a primary reason why I go super early in the morning to stay focused, right? To stay focused because a lot of girls have distractions, right? There's distractions, man. Honestly, especially on social media, right? You'll see the amount of comments they get per post, right? With the ass hanging out and things like that, and then they'll talk about self love and all that, but they are making themselves objects, right? And yet they'll say in their captions, we don't want to be objectified and all this stuff, but yet you're objectifying yourself. And all that stuff is done just to get attention. And the thing is these guys that are feminized that are going on the post and encouraging it. That's a really funny thing, man. It's a really funny thing. I don't get why we cannot stand our ground. I don't get why we cannot focus on the right things. Right? Focus. Right? We cannot blame women and the whole society being sexified and everything being perverted and all that too. We gotta blame ourselves, right? We're just not disciplined, we're just not determined, we're just giving away testosterone day after day after day, and our mindset is all fucked up, and it's it's really a big thing, right? It's really really a big thing. And I don't know, man. I feel like I wanted to talk about this because, like I said, it's trending, and also it's an important thing to think about, right? As a man, to build discipline, to be self aware about what you're doing to give away your basically part of you, right? And getting your mind right, getting in the space of self improvement, right? And keeping yourself in check, right? Everything is in moderation. Anything too much is a bad thing, right? Even nowadays too, with the eating healthy and the training and all that, I also make sure I have rest days. I also make sure I have some days I'm eating junk food also, right? So everything in moderation, right? Sex too, man. Sex too. You can't like, I don't know if there was a way to do it and not let go, bro. I want to practice that really, honestly, because there's something there, man. There's something. It's just so vital, right? And you can tell by testosterone levels going down every year. You can tell by athletes like Mike Tyson being so dominant, going without it for 5 years and dominating, right? And dominating, because that's energy, right? And I don't know. I felt like I wanted to talk about this because you, it's coming up now. It's coming up, and man, the video is too long, so I'm gonna end it there. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys later, man. Peace.